What's up guys, Zinigami here, and let's go through 30 Stamina World Pirates Fortnite Island on the global version of One Piece Treasure Cruise. The condition for this island is that you can only bring a total crew cost of 180 or less. And that does include your friend captain, which means you can basically use any team you want. However, if you use characters with cost 30 or less than 40, so that's basically anything that's not a Coliseum or a raid boss or a 6-star character, their attack will get boosted by 1.5 times. And so you also cannot use any attack boosters unless you use Cavendish in order to get rid of your positive buffs. So no type boosters. You can still use orb boosters. You're going to get all your characters attack boosted on turn 1 if they cost 40 or less. Or less than 40, not 40 or less. So books on this island, the only 6-star book is a Saint. Now the rest of the characters are pretty good. We're going to go over what the characters do at the end of the video. The island is generally pretty easy. You can use any team you want. You can use slashers, you can use a quick team, you can use fighter team, you can use whatever. I'm going to be using a 5+ Luffy Blackbeard team. And I have my team set up so that way, including Blackbeard, my cost is less than 180. Now you'll also notice I am using the buggy ship. You can use any ship you want, 1000 Sunny. The only reason I'm using the buggy ship is because the buggy ship is giving me extra experience while it's during the event that we're running this island on. So if you're watching this after the buggy ship is useless, just use the 1000 Sunny, the Merry-Go, whatever ship is most applicable to you. So here Hancock is going to boost the attack of all characters with costs less than 40. And you'll see that we do have a partial attack boost over there in the bottom left hand corner. And if you select your characters, you can see what their attack value actually is at. Which, with another 50% attack, my Arlong and Alvida and Luffy are going to hit incredibly hard. Doflamingo and Blackbeard, of course, are still good. It's not like they are weakened. So if you use a team that doesn't have costs, or a team with a few high-cost characters on it, it's not like those characters are useless. They're just, they just don't get stronger. It's not that they get weaker, though. The secret stage for this island is Hancock, is Strength Hancock. She looks very good. And she can show up even on one of the mini-boss stages. So she can show up on stages 6 or 7, which have the mini-bosses Knighton and Sebastian. So she can replace one of the mini-bosses. You will never get her on the final stage though, but there are 2 versions of the final stage. One with all 3 of the bosses together, that is Gyram, Sebastian, and Knighton all together as the final stage. Get out. Boo-boo. If you get Hancock, Hancock will give you all matching orbs, lock your orbs, and set your combo meter to 2.5. So Hancock will just kill herself and just give you a bunch of, just make everything a lot easier, which is quite nice. And we will kill you. The first mini boss, being Sebastian, is a quick character. He has 300,000 hit points. He will preemptively reduce the attack of fighters by half. So it's not too recommended that you bring fighters. It's only for 3 turns though, so you'll still be okay if you bring a fighter heavy team, or if you use even just a straight fighter team. You'll just have a little bit harder time against Sebastian here. Sebastian will attack every 2 turns for 6,900, and you can use stuff like Golden Pound Usopp to delay him. So if you're using a fighter team, just use Golden Pound Usopp until your attack reduction is gone. Hit him while you can. And then take him out. He doesn't do anything based on how much health he has, so you can get him down low just fine. Knighton on stage 7 will have 300,000 hit points. Her attack every turn is for 3,300 damage. She, below 50%, will blind you for 3 turns. But besides that, nothing else dangerous from her. You can take her out. Try to find some strength orbs on your characters, because we're going to want strength orbs for our fight versus Gyram. Gyram is a dex character. He has 2-hit perfect barrier, but if you're using a Blackbeard team like I am, it doesn't matter, because the perfect barrier is going to be ignored. Remember that our orb boost still works, so we can do that, give orb boost to our characters. We can use Golden Pound Usopp to delay him if we want. He attacks every single turn for 3,900 damage. Below 70%, he will shuffle your orbs when he attacks, and below 50%, he will boost his defense for 3 turns and attack for 5,500 damage instead. So we will attack and kill him without much trouble with our orbs boosted. Pretty easy, pretty easy. So what the characters do, you already know what the skill books are. On that final stage, you can also get I keep wanting to say Barndy World because that's his pirates. You can get Guy Ram, Sebastian, and Knighton all together. If you do that, they each have 300,000 hit points instead of Guy Ram having 630,000 hit points. So let's start with Hancock, the secret stage, which I haven't gotten yet. Hancock is actually pretty good. She is a strength free spirit shooter character. Her attack goes up to 1,200, which is pretty decent attack. Very good attack stat, especially for a Fortnight character. Her captain ability boosts your attack by 2.5 times after 3 perfects. So it's almost the same thing, or it is the same thing as Sadie, Fortnite Sadie. And her special binds or locks all your orbs. I keep wanting to say bind, that's a bad thing. Locks your orbs for 1 turn, and if your health is below 30%, changes her orb and your captain's orb into matching. So orb locker that also can give you matching orbs. That is quite nice, quite useful. And Hancock also looks very sexy. Goes down to a 14 turn cooldown. Knighton, also very useful. Knighton is a Psi Cerebral fighter. Her attack goes up to about 1,000 once maxed out. She doesn't evolve. Her captain ability is useless, but her special ability is what we're using her for. She reduces the duration of paralysis and bind by 2 turns and deals 10 times her attack as side damage to 1 enemy. So that 2-turn paralysis especially is quite useful. You will see her used on very, very, very prominently, either her or Nico Ovia as a paralysis reducer for side characters. Especially on one of the later Fortnights on Japan, which I can't remember which one it is right now, that paralyzes and you only can bring side characters on that island. So Knighton or Nico Ovia are some of your best free-to-play paralysis reducers. Very, very, very good. Then we have Sebastian, who is a quick powerhouse striker. His captain ability is useless. He doesn't evolve. And his special ability reduces your damage taken by 50% for 1 turn and gives himself a quick orb. Slightly useful. You can use him as a free-to-play striker powerhouse character if you're using him on a Blackbeard team that is looking for a striker character, using like your Pika captain, who is a powerhouse captain. So if you're using a powerhouse team with a 6-star Blackbeard friend and you need a striker, he's pretty good because there's only a few choices between them, and his attack goes up to 1,250, so that's a great attack stat. Kind of useful special. If you're using him on a Blackbeard team, his damage reduction is useless, but he does give himself a quick orb and has some decent stats. And then the last one, Guy Ram, is a Dex shooter striker. His captain ability isn't very good. If you attack blue, yellow, green, and he boosts your attack by 2.5, so almost the same way that Raid Boss Ivankov works. Not too useful. His special ability deals 5 hits of 2,000 fixed damage to random enemies and reduces any damage above 5,000 damage by 80% for 1 turn. So he is a damage threshold character, kind of like Rare Recruit Inazuma, and deals 5 hits of 2,000 fixed damage. That means it ignores defenses. It still will get hit by barriers, but if there's high defense characters, you can use Guy Ram to get rid of them. Moderately useful. The most useful of these characters by far are Secret Hancock, who also looks wonderful, and Knighton. Guy Ram, slightly useful, and Sebastian, most useful for his high quick attack. Guys, I've been Zenigami. Good luck getting those characters. Good luck getting those skill books. If you like this, you can go to patreon.com/Zenigami and subscribe, or check us out live on twitch.tv, where you can also subscribe and get a cool piece of meat and hang out with chat. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and y'all stay beautiful.